Greetings, everybody. This is Wartech. I have not done a video in a while. There's a reason for that. I moved. So I've moved from Idaho Falls to Colorado Springs, and I've just been busy. And so here, I just want to touch on just a few subjects. One, I'd like to set up a flint knapping group in Colorado Springs, and so if anybody is interested, please contact me. I have started working for the Air Force as a chemist, and so, which is interesting because when I started out, I was basically taught by a bunch of Vietnam-era veterans on how to flint knap, and so I'd like to pass that along. But in this video, I want to touch on a few things, and mostly what I want to talk about is cheating, and people who claim what flint knappers are doing is cheating, and it's like, no, there is no such thing. This is a hobby. I'm not exactly sure what test we're failing when we don't meet that requirement or that criteria that's laid out there. So, I just, for full disclosure, yeah, every once in a while I use a slab. This was a slab given to me by a fellow in Idaho, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to turn this down because it's cheating. No, I'm not. These two blades that I have here, one of them was made from a slab, and one wasn't. Can you guess which one? It's like, oh, well, let's see. This one, ooh, that's pretty thin. Ooh. Oh, but wait a minute. That one's bigger, and it looks maybe a little thinner. Uh-oh. Well, I don't think anybody really can tell. The reality is that was from a slab and that wasn't. And the reason why this is from a slab is because it came from Denmark. And so slabbing up precious rock makes simple economic sense. But I get in trouble for doing that, apparently, by a very small minority of individuals. And so here's my problem with all this. When it comes to teaching, I like the idea of using things like slabs. Start off with something small and simple for those people who are learning. But here's the deal. A lot of the folks that I started off with were older veterans with physical problems. And it's like, well, you know what? You can't learn because you're not doing it abo. And I'm like, no, that seems pretty stupid and ridiculous to me. It's kind of funny because there seems to be these people, gatekeepers, as my old veteran friend used to say, that want to keep you from doing things. And so here it is. If you have a problem with a notch, I got this from one of the veterans. It's basically these files that you can help with notches if you get stuck. Oh my gosh, cheating. Woo, oh boy, big trouble. I don't know who's going to come get me, but another example of me cheating. Ooh. Anyway, so my big problem is if you have a physical disability, if you're injured in combat, and I want to demonstrate or teach you something, I'm not allowed because it isn't abo. And it's like, nope, that doesn't make sense to me. It's never made sense to me. So I find people who want to keep that from occurring just woefully ignorant. And when it comes to slabbing, there's also an economic reason for it. There are certain rock types that are very difficult to get at this point. One example is fire obsidian. It's very expensive at this point. I think there's Burns Green is also a type of obsidian in Oregon that's hard to get a hold of. And so it is a finite resource. So please, there are really good reasons to do this. So anyway, I kind of figured I'd just do a really quick video on this subject, but I got to tell you, this notion of cheating just really puts me off, especially when I'm confronted with an individual who wants to learn and they have some difficulties. And it's like, nope, I'm going to use any technique that's available to me to help you learn how to do it. And that's ultimately my interest in the hobby. I'm not interested in sales. I'm not going to get in the way of somebody, his business model, I'm simply interested in showing the hobby and getting more people involved who are interested. That's it. Anyway, I think I've gone on long enough. Again, I'm now in the Colorado area, and if anybody's really interested in starting a group, hey, I'm all for it. So that's it. Signing off.